This is for all my Cubase users. I'm going to show you how to set up the Akai Advanced keyboard in Cubase. And here's how you do it. You start up the Akai Advanced keyboard first. Once that's started up, you start up Cubase. Once you start up Cubase, you want to go back to your Akai Advanced keyboard and put on your global settings. How you get your global settings, you hold down the shift button and the browser button at the same time. The browser button, the second button from the top. Once you do that, your global settings, you want to go down to transport format. And how you do that, you press the arrow keys on the left, on the right of your screen. You press the down one to transport format. And once you get to transport format, make sure it's on CC. And how to get to that, the stroke wheel above the four arrow keys, you gotta turn that until you get to CC. Once it's on CC, leave it. It's two buttons at the bottom of your screen, right arrow and left arrow. The right one, press it twice to get to clock source. Once you get to clock source, make sure it's on internal. If it's not on internal, press them four arrow keys, the down one, to get to clock source. And once you get to that, use the stroke wheel above the four arrow keys, turn that to internal. And once it's say internal, you want to page over one time to get to save global settings. Hit the arrow key, the two buttons at the bottom, hit the arrow key right, the right one, and page it one time. At the top it should say save global settings. Press the stroke wheel above the four arrow keys in. Now you saved your global settings. Now you want to set it to your DAW. Hold down the shift and press the main button at the same time. The main button is the top button on your keyboard. And once you do that, now you're in your DAW settings. Now you can set your DAW to Cubase. Cubase is the second one from top. Use the stroke wheel, turn that to get the Cubase. Once you highlight the Cubase, press the stroke wheel in to select it. Now you select the Cubase. In Cubase, you go to Devices. You go to VSC Instruments. Track Instruments. Click it right here in the middle. You find VIP on the list. Add track. Click out of VIP. Click out of here. Go over to your left where it say all MIDI inputs. You want to find your Akai Advanced Keyboard. Select it. Now you're ready to turn your Akai Advanced Keyboard transport buttons to work with the transfer controls buttons in Cubase, which is the play, record, and stop buttons. In Cubase, you go to Device, Device Setup, Remote Devices. Hit the plus sign up here. Generic remotes. And now you're at the setup screen. Go up to the top where you say inputs. Make sure that input is on the Akai Advanced Keyboard. Output, leave just as it is. You want to change all these names over to record, stop, and play. First one, you want to change to record. The second one, stop. The third one, play. Delete all the ones you're not using. Now you're ready to set up your transport controls on your Akai keyboard to trigger Cubase. And first you go over to the Learn function over to the right. Make sure that's checked. And remember, when that Learn function is checked, don't touch nothing on the keyboard with the buttons you want to assign to your record, stop, and play. And to do that, you highlight record. Make sure record is highlighted. And the address over here have to change. You press the record button on your advanced keyboard. You highlight the stop. You press stop on your advanced keyboard. Highlight play. And you press play on your advanced keyboard. Once all them buttons are assigned, you come over to Learn function, uncheck it. You go down to this box. Now you want to change this to your transport. You want to click right here and change record to transport because it's a transport button. Make sure it's device over, it's not device. Click here and choose device. You want to find record on the list. Right here, you want to change that to toggle. And do the same thing for the next two. Play and stop. Once that's set, come over to apply, press apply, and OK. Now you set the transport buttons on your Akai advanced keyboard to trigger the play, record, and stop button in Cubase. Now I'm going to test it out. I'm pressing the play button on my keyboard. I'm pressing stop on my keyboard. I'm pressing record on my keyboard. And I'm pressing stop on my keyboard. Now you have successfully set up the Akai Advanced in Cubase.